How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush. Today I'm going to talk about how in the modern world a lot of people have lost meaning in life. I think a lot of people might be in the same situation. That's why I think this video is utterly important to talk about. This video is brought to you by Moomoo. Get your free shares of stock valued up to $3,500 each. Some of you have asked, how the heck do you get this pillow over here? If you sign up for the app, you can do various activities like read the news every single day and you'll get like 20 points. If you collect like 8,000 points, you can redeem it for one of these pillows on their app. Right now, they only have the neck pillow available for now. Maybe in the future, this one will come back into stock. If you guys are interested in supporting this channel, check out my referral link down in the video description below. In my last video, I talked briefly about this book, Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning. This topic is big enough and important enough that it should be talked about over and over until each and every single one of you subscribers out there also has a deep meaning in life. Why do I think this is so important? It's because this is like the essence. This is what drives you moving forward. If you have some drive like this, then the money just falls into place. What is my meaning of life? If you ask me this directly, I might just kind of go, stumble, I don't know. Maybe I want to make YouTube videos that would help people. Although I have to admit, this is probably kind of like a mediocre, lukewarm type of meaning for me. And personally right now, I'm still searching for my own really strong meaning of life. I think today in the comment section will be utterly interesting if everyone is able to share what their meaning of life is. If you have something that is like a beacon of your life and you are striving towards it, everyone's meaning of life is very different. But if you have something, please share it down below because I would like to know. Everyone else can also read this and just kind of at least see as an example what your meaning of life is. I already went over 3 of these things on this book where it talks about how you find your meaning of life. First one, creating a work or doing a deed. Second one, experiencing something or encountering someone. Third one, by the attitude we take towards unavoidable suffering. Like, maybe you lost 2 legs and your attitude towards losing your leg, you might go, okay, well, I am useless now. You can just, lay in bed and not do anything, or you can just fight it out. Some people fight it out and they become like athletes or something and they have this new mission in life. That is their goal. If they didn't lose their legs, they wouldn't be able to do this brand new life's purpose, their own meaning based on their own situation. Here's another quote from the book. I wish to stress that the true meaning of life is to be discovered in the world rather than within man or his own psyche, as though it were a closed system. I personally retired early and then I started thinking about meaning of life. And my conclusion is you can't just sit around by yourself to figure out the meaning of life, because I did not figure this out after like a year or a year and a half of doing this. So this quote is very important and it might save you a lot of time if you go in the same situation and you just start thinking about life in general and just sitting around. Don't do this. Go travel or something. Go meet new people and then maybe you can come upon some new ideas. They have some life story to tell you and then you can glean something from that and maybe you're gonna find your meaning that way. Another quote that relates to this, it denotes the fact that being human always points and is directed to something or someone other than oneself, be it a meaning to fulfill or another human being to encounter. The meaning of life is not found within yourself, but in the act of helping others. Now you might wonder, why do so many people don't know what their meaning of life is? Why are so many people lost? The first half of this book is basically a recount of what happened in the concentration camp. What gets really interesting is the first 10 pages of the second part of this book. You might wonder, why do people have such feelings? Why are people now having all this lost feeling of trying to find meaning of life? Is because there is so much automation going on. Long time ago, people don't have so much leisure time. They spent all of their time hunting for food, all of their time working in order to make money to get food, or working almost all of their time and providing for themselves. But this day and age, a lot of the middle class people, I guess, you might be able to situate yourself in such a way where if you are a low level consumer, if you don't consume too much and yet you earn a lot, which is the whole purpose of FIRE, you want to be financially independent, retire early, therefore you can do whatever that you want. But sometimes when you actually go about doing whatever you want, you'll be like, I actually don't know what I really, really want to do. So automation is probably to blame here, because no longer do we have to make our own food. No longer do we even have to cut our own fruits. We can just buy at the supermarket. There's basically a service for everything. Automation is allowing people to have a lot of leisure time, and way more than anyone could imagine. So when I went into this retirement mode, I suddenly got all the time in the world, no work at all, and other than sleeping 8 hours a day, I basically had 16 hours every single day, 7 days a week, except for like making these videos, right? But way too much free time. And then when you have so much free time, you just sit around and you go, what do I do? Should I go paint the house? Which is something I did. You can see that it's like nice and whitely painted. I can do all kinds of stuff. And then you kind of wonder, why am I doing this? Why do I even want to do any of this? I don't really want to paint the house. Sometimes people get caught in doing other things. That is not what they really want. They chase after things such as gaining power, money, or pleasure. Power, like maybe in politics, they just try to get as much power as they want. Money, you can just spend your whole life trying to earn more and more and more money. There's always more money to be earned. So if you earn more, you spend more, and then you can just spend your whole entire life doing this. And is this actually meaningful? I don't know, but you can spend a lot of time doing it. You can spend your whole life doing it. And then some people might chase after pleasure. Maybe you want to go to all of the Michelin star restaurants. Maybe you want to take drugs or something and chase after all the pleasure, maybe sexual pleasure even. And you can see this in some of the maybe movie stars or something. They have a lot of money. Maybe they take drugs. They do pleasurable stuff until their demise, I guess. So too much free time. What do we do with all this free time? You really have to go out and search for it. Go look for what your true meaning of life is. This is something I personally have to do. Go out there, do more varied things. Some people have talked about on the comment section that, hey, maybe you just need to have a kid. Once you have a child, that is your meaning. Bringing up the child is your meaning of life. Yes, I agree. This might be the meaning for some people, but until that happens, it's just kind of in limbo for me personally. And I think not everyone's meaning of life is actually to bring up a child. It might be other things, such as making humanity better, maybe sending everybody to Mars or something, or maybe you could be trying to solve the COVID issue, or maybe you're trying to solve global warming. I just want to bring up, when I talk about this, those things seems kind of grandiose. I probably don't have such a grandiose scheme where I want to save the earth, right? In terms of my meaning of life, I might have to step down a little bit and like shoot for a goal that is not as grandiose, I guess. Within this book, he quotes Nietzsche, "He who has a why to live for can bear almost any how." So if you actually find your meaning in life, this is a very, very strong thing to have within you. Once you find it, it's like inside. It makes you stronger. You can use it to bear any kind of suffering there is, including the concentration camps and all. So that's why I think it's so important for this video, for everybody to find their personal meaning in life. The next page, what man actually needs is not a tensionless state, but rather a striving and struggling for a worthwhile goal, a freely chosen task. I talked to my uncle one time, I don't know if he's watching this video, but we talked about having low stress when you are retired. Very, very low stress. But he emphasized that yes, you would like low stress, but you want a little bit of stress. If you have no stress at all, it just basically kills you. You need a little bit to just kind of get you up in the morning, to push you a little bit. So if you are completely tensionless, it just turns you into goo. Nothing is exercising you. So then you're just gonna melt away basically. So if you actively cut away every single kind of stress that you conceivably can have, you might be doing yourself a disservice and just kind of plunging yourself into depression. So to summarize, automation has caused people to have too much leisurely time. Once you have leisurely time, you can put yourself in the wrong path by trying to gain power, money, or pleasure. If you go down this route, you might find you wasting your entire life chasing these things. How do you find a worthwhile goal? Is by going out there, interacting with the world or someone in order to find out your true meaning of life. Using this true meaning of life, you are gonna be like Superman. Once you have this, you can bear any kind of suffering because you have something to strive for. If you already found your meaning of life, leave a comment down below. Check out my Mumu referral if you're interested in supporting this channel. And don't forget to give me a like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.